What is up, you guys? I'm Little DeVille, and this is Vlog Talk. For today's episode, or tonight, since, it's obviously dark, I am going to be doing a cold reading of the script that I told you guys about last night. And my roommate was amazing enough to let me print it out. So here's just, yes. So here's just like the front page. It's really small, it's only 6 pages. For some reason, when I sent it to her, like it looked perfectly fine, but as I see the printed version, it's like screwed up. Like space bars are there where space bars should not be. This script is loosely based off Daredevil. No, not really. It's not loosely based off Daredevil. It is based off Daredevil, and I put in my OC. So my OC, and for those of you who don't know what that means, it means original character. I'm just throwing in that vocab right there. There's gonna be a pop quiz after. No, there's not, because I'm not a horrible human being. So my OC is Fisk's daughter, Eliza, and I have a little bio of her somewhere. Let me pull it up. Yes, I found it. So, I headcanon that she was born in the States but raised in China, since there is this one call that Fisk is having with Vanessa before Wesley rudely interrupts. But I digress. And he says that he spent most of his time in his life in Asia, i.e., Eliza basically being raised there. And she basically moved around, all around the country, all around the world, not country. And she's had British schooling, and she's now in the States. And she went back into the States in 2010. That is what I wrote. And so she's been in the States for 5 years. Well, in this case, 4 years, since they started filming in 2014. So 6 years. Yeah. But whatever. It came out in 2015. Did it? Yes. All right. And so her voice is really going to be weird because her accent is always switching from British to American, and she would sometimes slip into Cantonese. And she's taking a double language. I have this all thought out. It's all right here. It's great. She's taking a double language, Mandarin and French. She wants to major in art, but Fisk would rather wanted to major in basically anything that's not artistic or not creative, and he would rather her do something that's more like Asian history. And I'm not sure if I'm going to include this in the final product, but I'm doing this in some readings where she is dating another character that I created, Monica, who is the daughter of Senator Cherry. You guys know Senator Cherry, right? He was talking to Fisk during the banquet, the Van Lunt banquet? Was it a banquet? Well, I know what the place is called. I should really just read this. Okay. I'm so nervous. I don't know why. Oh, I'm sorry. I just smacked this. You're gonna hear. Fisk paces from one end of his kitchen to the other. When he reaches the end of the marble table, he circles it, mumbling incoherently. He stops circling when he hears the front door be pushed open and closed softly. He rushes over to the door, his feet pounding against the black floor. Fisk. Would you like to tell me as to why you're this late, young lady? The girl looks up at Fisk. Holding onto the wall, she takes off her bright red flats and throws them to the other end of the wall. Close. Eliza Fisk, 17 and relatively thin, medium-length dark brown hair, currently in a low bun, dark brown eyes, and a smile that fades just as quickly as it came. She grips the side of her white lace cocktail dress. Eliza. I thought curfew was until 11. It's 10:47. She looks at her father, a smirk plastered upon her lips. Fisk proceeding to keep his eyes locked on his daughter as his index finger dances upon his cufflinks. Eliza notices her father's movements, and her lips soften. I'm a big girl. I have about a dozen men on me watching my every move. If I were ever in any trouble, you'd be there to beat the shit out of him. She looks over at her father, who was smiling. His fingers stop caressing the cufflink. Or decapitate them with a car door. She didn't have her headphones on at this moment, so she heard that part, and I swear, that's one of my favorite lines. Eliza's insanely salty, and I love it. She's so salty. The two smile at each other. Fisk extends his hand out to his daughter. Eliza takes it slowly as he leads his daughter to the couch. She slowly puts her head on his shoulder. He kisses her head and looks over to the window on the right of him. Fisk. Now, would you like to tell me where you were? Eliza. Nowhere special. How'd your second date go? That sounds much more fun than my night out. Fisk. Better than the last. Significantly better. Eliza. Good for you! So when am I going to meet her, or are you going to keep me in the dark? Fisk. Soon, I hope. Eliza cocks a brow. She lets go of her father's hand and stares him right in the eyes, a teasing smile appearing on her lips. Eliza. Why were you all crazy protective when I came in? Fisk, sharply. I was worried. Yeah, Eliza. Yeah, I noticed that. Still doesn't answer my question, though. Fisk. Did you see your news on the way over here at any time? Eliza. Yeah, Blake was shot. Did you have some guy do that? Fisk. I did. Do you know why that had to happen? She shakes her head. He was going to do something, or rather say something that would have destroyed everything I'd have done to try and make Hell's Kitchen something other than a cesspool for those who have nothing to offer. Eliza. You grew up there, though. I mean, that's your childhood. Why tear it down? Fisk. There is where you are missing the point, my dear. I do not want to simply tear it down. I want to make it a spot of some place of use. But, in order to do so, I have to make sacrifices. Eliza. Who does it benefit, though? Gao, Leland, Nobu? Certainly not the Russians, since Vladimir is probably wanting your head on a spike right about now. Fisk pauses momentarily. Not for effect, but it truly answers his daughter with just enough of a little white lie that could sustain her for the time being. Whoever deems fit. In that case, me. It all depends. Eliza smiles slightly, a small, teasing smile. Eliza. Depends on what, exactly? Fisk chuckles and tugs softly on one of Eliza's tresses. Fisk. No spoilers. Now, he rises. It's late and I think the two of us need sleep. And I think you out of the two of us need sleep. Eliza. This coming from the man who wakes up at 5 a.m. from a nightmare and proceeds to stare at some new painting and then make an omelet. Fisk. Turn the lights out on your way off. Turn the lights off on your way out. Good night, darling. He kisses her head and almost slumps out over to his... What did I write here? He kisses her head and almost slumps over on his way to his room. Eliza, softly. I love you. Eliza scurries over to the hallway where she left her flats and clasps them in her small hand. She twists a ring on her right hand and on her index finger. A simple ring, with only an onyx gem on it. She proceeds to drag her feet across the floor and slowly turns the light off. She turns the light off to the living room last. This is the next scene. It is incredibly short. It will be edited. Yes, it will for sure be edited. This is where Eliza meets Vanessa. It's very brief. Scene Contempo Gallery, next afternoon. Vanessa makes long, swift, and slow strides through the gallery, peering quickly at each side to spot any potential customers. She spots Eliza curled in her own little ball, a bright orange pencil at hand and color pencils on her side, sketching. Eliza pulls the knitted yellow sleeve up from her hand and to her elbow and looks up quickly, her hair in her eyes, to glimpse the painting with the blood red and black and white splotches. She pulls out a deep blue and begins shading. Vanessa smiles slightly and makes her way over to Eliza, looking over her shoulder to see her sketch. Vanessa. Find your inspiration. Eliza. My thirst has been quenched for the moment. Eliza smiles softly and extends her hand. To Vanessa. Eliza. Vanessa smiles and takes her hand. Vanessa. May I? Vanessa takes the spot next to Eliza, who hastily pushes her artwork into the bag and at the end of the stool. Eliza. I'm sorry, I have to go. I'm meeting this woman with my father. Vanessa. Yes, of course. She stiffens up, rises, and continues her strides. Scene! So that last part will for sure be edited. I want to make it longer, but that's what I could muster when I was writing it. Sure, that is it. Please tell me what you think. I'm extremely curious. I want to keep doing this for sure. I am just stumped, obviously. And I don't know what to do next. So, help me out on that, please. That was it, y'all. Have a great day, night, afternoon, whatever. Bye.